We'll be studying Chunk 5, the final part of the Declaration of Natural Rights. So we're going to start by reading Chunks 4 and 5 together, and then we'll dive into analyzing 5 on its own. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Let's dive right in. Use our vocabulary resources in the margin. And to create new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to impact or result in their safety and happiness. We'll build on that with some prior knowledge. I know a synonym for principles. I'm going to use ideas. And a synonym for form is way. So I'm going to make a note of that so I can use that moving forward. And now we're ready to analyze our pronouns. So let's start with the very first pronoun introduced up here. We have it. Okay, so let's have a read and see if it can be identified. And to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles. So already, just by rereading this portion, we can see that it is referring to government. So we have two its, and they're both going to be referring to government. So we'll take that note, but we also are missing them. Who is them? Who is them? And there is no type of people mentioned here. So we're going to have to use our strategy where we locate these pronouns in the text and we go to the previous chunk and read and see if we can identify who is them. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. It is the right of the people. So we didn't find a subject in our chunk 5, but we can see if we go backwards, there's a subject introduced here and it's the people. So we're going to take that note, okay? And then we're ready to move towards our paraphrase. So starting at the top here, we have a matching with the color. So that's worth pointing out, right? So instead of institute, I'm going to use create. Create a new government, laying government's foundation on such ideas and organizing government's powers in such a way as to the people shall seem most likely to result in their safety and happiness. So that makes more sense. So what I'm taking away from here is the creating of a new government, and this, everything that follows, is how that government should be set up, laying its foundation on ideas and ways that make sure that people are safe and happy. Okay, so this new government should be set up, its foundation and ideas and organization should be set up in a way that makes sure that the people result in being safe and being happy. Okay, so that was really helpful. Let's go ahead and drop some authors' meaning statements in our notes. So the first one we have here. So we're going to process this even further. And we're going to think about when we do author's meaning, we're also putting ideas together with the other ideas we read previously. So that helps us make accurate meaning of the text, right? So once people change their government, so you can recall in chunk 4, we learned that if a government abuses its power or if a government doesn't follow the ideas in this document, that government needs to be changed. And so it says once people change their government, people should set up a new government in a way that results in their security and joy. Okay? And another way to say that would be the newly established government should support the protection and the happiness of the people. So pause here to make sure you have your notes.